Actually, I need to know something now because for the first time I seen your last name. Do you have relatives in Kentucky? Yes or no? Because I need to ask you this: if you had someone in Kentucky, would it be possible would you have an old guy in his 60s, maybe almost 70, named Ed? Oh no! You don't. You want? Oh man, I'm about to blow your mind right now. Then, because we're related. Yeah. No. Okay. This is the clincher right here. This is the clincher. Is it possible Ed's wife's name is Linda? We're related then. That's my Aunt Linda. I'm not busting. I'm not. Why? How would I guess that? Right? Yeah, his last name's Browley.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just talking to her the other day. Actually.
We were just talking to her about 2 days ago too. That's the funny part. I don't know the rest of them because Linda used to live in Illinois with my dad and all the other brothers and sisters, and then she moved to Kentucky with him. They have kids. One of the kids is Walter. Natasha. Natasha's another one. She moved down to Oklahoma though, but yeah. Oh shit! Well, how weird could we match up a kid, a wife, and the state? That's yeah. It took a creepy turn just now. Are you sure this ain't my flu bug acting up and I'm just this is my alright. This is really happening. Yeah, I got something that Electrify can't ever take away from me now. He can suck my dick.
Okay. And welcome everybody to the Go Home Wrestling Show. I'm your host DJ, and along with the other two hosts, we are the three of the four horsemen of podcasting. I got Matt Griff with me, that's below, and to my right, I just learned a moment ago, we could be related.
My brother from another mother.
We could be related, and what are the chances of that? Of starting a podcast as just Twitch friends, and then finding out a moment ago we could be more. I'm gonna research this, but we could be related. Wow.
I could have my parents fill us in on the other names that you were mentioning. I'm willing to bet at this point.
Okay, we'll look into it. Well, we got two people already. Aglo new 5, welcome. TJ Wenzel, 2 new followers, welcome. And yes, this is the Go Home Wrestling Show, live on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. Thank you for joining us this evening. And we got a few things to cover. We got Raw, we got SmackDown, and we're also going to do fantasy booking on 3 events that happened. And D-Shep, would you like to tell the audience what the 3 events that we're going to be doing our fantasy booking?
Oh shit, man! I gotta scroll down. I don't remember this.
All right, I'll just do it then.
The Montreal screw job. And then the third man of the NWO. We're gonna fantasy book that too.
Yes.
And then who we would have thought the best ideal for the invasion guy to turn on WWE, which at the time was Stone Cold, and we're going to throw our own little personal opinions on who maybe would have been a better fit.
And what's up, Biggie Badass? Welcome. Yes, so, we're going to be giving our opinions on that. We're also going to give our opinions on Raw and Smackdown. And, well, let's go right into it, folks. Even though we're running late, let's go right into it. It is the Raw Weekend in Review. And we're going to start it off right away, folks, with the opening segment of the announcement of the WWE Evolution in October. Man, one thing I will say before we get your guys' opinions on it is, one, now we know what happened to the TLC pay-per-view. Remember, that was on the same night in Boston. Then they switched that to a live show, moving the TLC at pay-per-view to December. Then all of a sudden they come up with this historic announcement they're going to have their own pay-per-view, but it's also going to be on that very night. Now the thing I wonder is, they sold tickets as a pay-per-view. Now it's a live show. And I don't know if they're going to get away with it. I don't know how they're going to. I guess they'll figure that out in time. 2K19, what do you think about it? I can't wait for it. And we're going to be doing the Creator Universe, too, on this channel. All right, so right away, the big announcement. D-Shep, what did you think of it? You kind of expected this.
I did expect this, but it did kind of go in stages for me.
Okay.
One, I think it was rushed. And the reason I say it was rushed is because you shouldn't have to cancel a pay-per-view to make it happy. Or make it happen. Sorry.
Oh, can I ask you a question? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but do you think this is damage control from the Greatest Royal Rumble?
I don't. I can understand why some people might think that, but I think it's a little rushed. But the announcement and everything after it on Raw came off without a hitch. It couldn't have gone much better, I don't think. It was nice to have Vince out there, Triple H out there, everybody. But then the next day happened, and the only reason I need to bring this part of it up, because I feel like it's part of the overall story, is Stephanie starts running her mouth how she wants this to be the WrestleMania for women. And the only issue I have on that is, first, A, we don't know that it's going to be a success yet. Two, if this is truly, how they've been plugging equality and all this and that, women wrestle on WrestleMania. So does that mean we're going to have one or two men's matches on Evolution every year? Obviously not this year, but going forward. Because if it's truly about equality and everything that they say associated with that, and that's words directly out of Stephanie's mouth, she would have just been better off not opening her mouth. And the fact that she did, and why I go along with the whole rush thing, is because it feels like we're stuttering over what this thing's going to be all about, and maybe we're reaching for the stars a little bit too quick.
You know what? That's an interesting take. Yeah, if it's going to be, all women's, or they're going to eventually allow a couple men's. I would say, you know what? Let them have it. This is one thing. Just let them have it.
Let them like to see
let them have their own
announcers, and I could deal with the men's referees, but I think it'd be badass if they added just like Renee Young, Beth Phoenix, and maybe somebody else as the announcers.
That could work. Well, Magriff, I mean, what's your take on the announcement this past Monday?
Well, I'm kind of right in line with D-Shep on this, and it felt a little bit rushed. My biggest thing is, what the hell took you so long? This should have been done years ago.
Exactly.
So that they're finally getting to it, great. But dang, you dropped the ball for too long getting to this.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, welcome, my friend. And welcome to the Go Home Wrestling Show. I get what you say. It was a long time coming, but it seemed a little rushed. That's why, like you say, it seemed a little rushed. But again, I think it is somewhat of damage control from what happened at the Greatest Royal Rumble. That's what I think. That's what it is. Because out of nowhere they just announced that they dropped the TLC pay-per-view. They moved that to December. And then the show that was supposed to host a pay-per-view, all of a sudden it's not going to host a live show, a glorified house show, because I'm sure they will probably have all the men there for damage control, because pretty much people purchased pay-per-view tickets. Now they're getting a live show. So
yeah, and they're still going to get a lot of big matches, and that's
I'm sure they will.
Andy, but they're going to get matches that don't mean a goddamn thing.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous.
And yeah, because I was trying to explain that to another streamer when I was on the stream yesterday about this. We were talking about this very same subject, and he was trying to say, "Well, what's this? It's not a bad thing about what happened in Boston." I was like, "No, that is a bad thing because people paid for a ticket. Oh, well, they got the Women's Evolution that night. Yeah, that's in Long Island. That's at the Nassau Coliseum. That is not in the TD Garden in Boston. That two different venues. So I'm wondering how they're going to." Fix that problem.
I'm telling you right now, if that was me and I bought a ticket, I'd be getting a refund.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care if you give me a special 5-minute appearance by The Undertaker, John Cena, Triple H. I don't give a fuck who appears. No, the matches don't mean shit, so I want a refund. I bought tickets to a fucking pay-per-view, not a glorified house show.
Yeah, and I guess we lost Magriff, so we'll get back to. He'll pop back in if he has any issues. He could let us know in chat. So yeah, I guess we'll go along anyway, even though he's not in here, but we'll get his take. Yeah, my quick question for you is, if the numbers are good, which it looks like it might be, what do you think is going to come after this? Can you see another show? Can you, obviously,
if it's more than once a year, I think it's a big mistake.
Really? Now, all right, so if they do have their annual event, if this is it, okay, then they somehow, some way, but like, you know what? Raw should be 2 hours. Raw should be 2 hours and make that third hour their show on a network, on a cable network. Would that be possible? Would you be willing to watch that? Would you accept that? Would you think that'd be good?
Not every week, no.
Really? You don't think it's that entertaining that you'd be interested?
I would.
That's you.
I could be wrong. I would watch it initially, yes, but I would not expect to be emotionally invested in it as a weekly product.
And this is why D-Shep is a heel, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I just don't think there's enough of, I don't want to say big name women right now, but a lot of women that, like, in the Attitude Era, you were emotionally behind at one point or another almost every female on the roster.
Yeah.
That's not the case nowadays. There's maybe 3 or 4 at the most, and I just don't think it would have a great chance of succeeding if it turned into some kind of weekly product.
Okay.
Now, if they did, I would say not on a cable network, and I would say an hour-long 205 Live style show on the network.
Actually, I think it would be pretty good for the network, actually, if they were to do that. Because then you get
a perfect place to test it out on, right?
Yeah, well, no, not that.
If it happened to do well there, then okay,
there
maybe a year or two you can move it to the network.
Yeah, and then possibly with the Fox deal they could do something. Welcome back, Magriff. No, I'm with you on that, but maybe do the network because you get a full hour. You're not going to get any commercials to cut it out, so you would get a good full hour. See what they could do. I think it'd be good for them. But again, we're thinking ahead. We got to think about October 28th. Is it going to be a successful event? Real quick, Magriff, I was asking Shep here, if the numbers are good for this event, what do you see coming from this? Can you hear us?
Well, if everything turns out good, they're going to add a few more shows throughout the year. Maybe. Yeah, I've got you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. I think they're probably going to end up adding 3 or 4 shows sprinkled out throughout the year, maybe kind of major category in the sense of a WrestleMania style, Royal Rumble style, something like that.
Okay.
Kind of get this thing rolling if it's successful. That's the big hinge point. How's this first event going to go? You know what?
I can see that being like a big 4, just do 4 every year, maybe, just like, because you got your big 4 with the wrestling, with the men's and women's, because they're a part of it too. But I guess they will get their 4, and where they could build sport. And that's the thing, because I think it would be better for if they would have the 4 big shows and then have that weekly show, maybe on the network like me and D-Shep discussed. Because maybe you can have better storylines. Maybe you can get invested. So when the time comes for the pay-per-view, then you'll be excited to see that match, the conclusion of that storyline.
There's only one hiccup to that plan, though.
What's that?
In order to make this pay-per-view a success, they're going to have the finals of the Mae Young Classic. Those people aren't normally on the active roster. They're bringing in all these former divas, superstars, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is every time they do a show like this, whether it's a pay-per-view event, glorified house show, weekly show, or whatever, are they going to continuously be able to pull in these old-timers? I don't want to say because that sounds kind of weird talking about a woman, but are they going to have to bring in all these former stars all the time?
No.
To be successful? Could it be successful without Trish Stratus, Lita, Beth Phoenix, etc., etc.?
I think it could, but then also I think the reason that they are like bringing in the alumni, if you would say, is because they get to experience something that probably should have happened when they were here. Instead, they were eye candy during the time they were involved in the WWE. Now they're taken more seriously. They're and now they're getting a pay-per-view. I think it's just that pay respects to the people that pay.
That for this one, but to keep the ball rolling and success,
I don't think it will.
Are they going to continuously have to bring in these former stars?
I don't think so. I don't think so because they're constantly getting more talent from the indies, bringing them in, putting them through NXT, and they go up to the main roster. And again, these pay-per-views are going to be involving the NXT roster, so the talent on there is going to have a chance at these pay-per-views. And it's good to see that you'll see the Raw, SmackDown, and then NXT side all together on one show. I think it'd be good for them.
Maybe. Time will tell.
Again, we're thinking ahead when we're going to only think about October 28th and how the show is, how it's received. And I'm sure it's probably going to be received very well. And again, we don't have any matches planned, and you're not going to because that's 2 months ahead. Their main focus right now, as far as the next event is the biggest event of the summer, and that's SummerSlam. So they're focusing on that. Then they'll focus on October, and then you got 2 shows in between that too. So I don't think we'll get any matches on the card until probably the 7th of October, and that's the day after the Australia show, which is what their quote-unquote is going to be their second WrestleMania every year. Matt, if you can still hear us and talk, right? You'll be able to chat with us, right? Even though your video's not showing up. You there? I see he's going in and out. Sorry for the technical difficulties. There he is. He's out of town at the moment, so there. It's a sin that he's not. You're good on your end, aren't you?
Yes, I still got you guys.
Okay, there you go. All right, so we're gonna move along. So how did they? After a segment like that, a big bombshell where they're going to announce the women's pay-per-view, then they go to the rematch.
I can hear everything. It's my mic and stuff keeps going in and out. It's a problem.
Okay. For the time being, you want to see if Skype will work, or you think your data's the data's not a good spot? Are you at a good spot for the data? If you're running on, are you running on the cell phone data? Welcome to tech support on the Go Home Wrestling Show. Are you experiencing anything, Shep? Everything good on?
I'm fine.
Okay, I guess just he might be. Griff, if you just want to type in chat, that's up to you, man. I don't know if we're getting them. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems frozen again.
All right. Hold on, folks. Hold on. I'm going to throw...
The Wi-Fi is not kicking in.
The Wi-Fi's not kicking in. Okay. Do you think if we could you just do audio only? Would that work?
Let me give it a shot.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. He says the tech support is amazing. Hello, my name is...
Don't lie to him, Jeremy. Don't lie to him.
Hello, my name is Bob. Okay, Bob. Welcome. Yeah, we're losing people. We're losing people. Oh. It's okay. It happens. There you go. Move. There you go. Oh, that's better. That's more like it. There you go. I don't know why you... Oh, now that one. He went too far.
Dude, I feel like this is kind of like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
He's about to go out there and just start hacksawing people.
Yeah. And Jeremy says, okay, I won't lie. Griffey, you're messing things up. Yes, he's putting the mucking... He's mucking up the works, is how they would say it. All right, well, as he's trying to figure out what he, try to get the signal back, B Team, the leaders of the world, the rematch from Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Okay. Oh, there you go. Are you there? I guess he's just going to... All right, we'll use audio.
What?
Just do that. Just do that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, there you go. Okay, now, B Team, the leaders of the world. I'll go with you, D-Shep. Is this storyline pretty much gone stale?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I was trying to think of a reason why maybe it's got some life to it. The crowd ain't even feeling Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt either anymore.
Yeah.
The B Team thing, I think, picked up a little bit of steam based on the fact they got their ass whooped after the match. So in that aspect, I think they got a little life, at least out of this match. But overall, it's bad.
All right. And yeah, you, Matt Griff.
I'm tired of the whole feud. It's gotten to be ridiculous. It's boring. It's turned into nothing but filler matches.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to move on. Let's get AOP up into the ranks.
Yeah, it's like a glorified cartoon right now.
Yeah. And, well, that's the thing. Like, do you think... I'll ask you this real quick to follow up on what you said there, Matt Griff. Do you think Matt Hardy is the reason for these short matches? Do you think he's starting to really to show his age? Even though, like, Jeff, in a way, still he can still go, it doesn't seem like Matt can.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten to be real botchy in the ring and kind of slow to hit moves, and you can just see that it's affecting the other three guys inside the ring and really bringing down their performance. So they're kind of rushing these matches to get them in and over with and move on.
But I also think, being that this gimmick isn't over like it was in TNA, not by a long shot, I think it kind of affects Matt Hardy's psyche in the ring because he's so emotionally invested in this character. It's his life, basically.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's not as over as it once was, I think it really would be hard for a guy like Matt, something that he's so emotionally invested into, and it's just not going like it used to. It could be hard to go out there and perform like you're accustomed to seeing him perform.
Well, I'm sorry. I had a couple things that pop up, so I was hearing you and all. So it seems a little awkward at this moment. All right, so we're gonna move along. It was a weird transition, though. It seemed like they tried to change the roles. That B Team is now a face. You saw a little a heel turn from the leaders when they attacked him. Did you feel that way? That they did a little switch as far as who's the heel and who's the face?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
But I always thought of B Team as a face anyway. I never really truly thought of him as a heel.
Okay. Again, we do apologize for all the technical difficulties. I guess we're just gonna... Well, can't always be the winner. All right, so we're gonna move along. So then you got that historic announcement of the Women's Evolution pay-per-view in October. And how did they first celebrate that? They put Sasha Banks and Bayley together against local scrubs. Now, I understand you want to get the town over. But when you want to put a high-quality match, maybe as a... I would even take that as a main event. I would... For this type of show, it would be accepted. I'm sure the universe would accept it. I'm sure people like D-Shap here would accept it. But you started off with Sasha Banks and Bayley against local scrubs. Who booked this shit? Ugh. Your thoughts, Matt Griff?
I'm pretty sure you just summed it up. Waste of time, and if you're going to put them and force them to be a team, the female version of Team Hell No.
Yeah.
Come on, give us somebody credible to go against, and give us a match that's entertaining, not just something to fill time.
All right.
Waste the space on the card.
Yeah, I agree with it. It was a waste of storyline. Like everything they built up is now it's gone.
Well, basically, I'm going to compare this storyline to Old Yeller. Someone needs to take that mud out to the pasture, whoever came up with this whole story, and needs to put them down.
All right, well, that's 25. That's how many writers they have.
This is horrible. I mean, I thought the plan all year was that they were going to have this big SummerSlam match.
Yep.
And that seems like that's off the table now. I don't know. This has to be the worst storyline of 2018, period.
Yeah, it was weird because they did that little counseling thing, and then you figured that, I don't know, maybe the tag match could result into a match. We still got 2 weeks, but and now if this is the way to go, I see it's a wasted storyline. And how can you continue?
Did you ever think about a month ago that there was going to be a worse storyline than Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn?
No.
Did you ever think there?
No.
We got one now, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Somehow.
But again, that's Raw. You're not seeing this kind of crap, I guess, on SmackDown. You're not seeing that.
This is just god awful bad.
It is. What's up? Get him. Get him. Woo! What's up, buddy? Yeah, it was a wasted storyline there. I guess we'll see. We got 2 weeks. You can see something. Apparently, okay, you're gonna kill me, D-Shep.
Oh, Jesus.
I gotta upgrade. What's up, Wolf? I gotta upgrade this thing. It said it was free. Now this is Zoom we're on, guys. It's saying it was free. Now it's telling me I gotta upgrade to Pro. In 5 minutes, 15 seconds, this call's gonna end. You want to go to technical difficulties and go on to Skype real quick. I am so sorry. Okay.
You mean the shit we were originally on for the last 2 months?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to go back, and I do apologize.
Oh,
now, folks,
damn it.
let me take you.
I'm not going to be able to see my newly found long-lost family member in HD anymore. Fuck me sideways.
Now, let's take you behind the scenes, folks. We were trying to find a way to spruce up our presentation, and I thought I found a good app.
You can't make this look good, though, no matter how hard
same
you
here.
try.
Look at me. I know.
Oh, yeah. Just
maybe we are related,
you
then.
Fucking do not put on that fucking hat from the ride along the other day, because that thing was so god-awful.
Whoa. Do not hate on my Phillies hat.
That hat is worse than
motherfucker.
the Sasha Bailey storyline.
First of all, because you said that,
I know you're going to put it on, aren't you?
I'm going to put it on. I'm going to run upstairs and grab it. But not until after we do this. So, folks,
wait till you see how
bear with us real quick.
I got a woman sitting behind me. She's going to let me know that if she would ever have sex with a man that wears a hat like you're about to show her.
Dude, I don't think. Well, I would say have a sex with a man that looks like me, but I don't know. Well, we are related, and we're both ugly bastards. So, you know what? That's a good possibility that we are related.
I know, that's fucked up.
Phillies? Yeah, damn right, Phillies. I'm from Philly, motherfucker. Sorry. That's the South Philly in me. I apologize. All right, so what we're going to do real quick, folks, please bear with us. We do apologize for the inconvenience. I was trying to spruce up the presentation. Apparently, I screwed the pooch on that, so...
pretty much.
Yeah, I did. I'll admit when I fucked up. I fucked up.
Down on the family name.
So how about this? Next week on this show, I will have my wife come down, and I will receive a bare bottom spanking with a ruler for you, the viewers.
Oh.
So we'll kick the show off. We'll end the show with that next week, okay? I get it. Or, you know what? Maybe I'll kick the show. What? Oh, geez.
It took a weird turn here.
Yes, it did. Okay. Well, now that I guess we are family members, it's going to get even weirder. All right. Bear with us real quick. We're going to switch over. We'll be right back. This is the Go Home Wrestling Show, and if you haven't followed, I know this seems like it's a clusterfuck, but please bear with us. We'll be right back, okay?
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, shish.
Oh, I thought you were going to put that stupid hat on.
Well, I'm figuring out the issue first.
What's the issue now?
Oh, there we are. Oh, yo. We were trying to hit you up too, bro. But
We met our quota.
Show over?
No, we're still going. We're having an issue. Just say that. You're missing a hell of a show, buddy.
Because we had to try new things when we didn't need to try new things.
Okay, well, I was trying to spruce up the entertainment, okay? Everyone that's still in here, thank you for sticking around.
You better be nice tonight, Fly. You might catch the family beat down now.
Yeah, we found out we were related.
Tonight, or you gonna get the ugly stick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found out we're related.
Yeah,
Who's related?
we're actually related. We just figured that out tonight. No joke.
100% serious.
Yeah, I know. We ain't fucking with you, bro.
I seen his last name for the first time, and I asked him if he had any relatives in Kentucky. He said, yeah, I'm not sure. And then I go, is one named Ed? He goes, yeah. Wife named Linda? I'm like, yeah, that's my aunt. And he's like, whoa. Yep.
I'm trying. Yeah. It doesn't mean anything because we're still the faces of this stream.
Kind of got 2 D-Ships and 2 EJs now, so now you're really fucked.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
The world's ending.
Wait, where's? What's his name? Oh, yeah.
Matt Griff.
Yeah, I remember his name now. I don't want to say it out loud. No, because he had it under his real name.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see if he comes in now.
I sure was about to take a shower and then come back in, but GG's.
All right, later, man.
I can come back here?
You can come back in.
All right. Give me like 10 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, we gotta meet that quota later.
What did I just do?
Are you in?
Whoa.
Oh, he's back in. There he is. There we go.
My video's probably not going to keep up.
No, just do audio. That's fine, man. You don't have to do that. There you go.
All right.
Let's see.
What a mess.
Hey, I'll fix that. Don't worry. I'll fix it, okay?
Oh, no. It's all good, man. We're learning as we go.
Oh, no. Alright. Oh, man. That's cute. There you go. There you go. I fixed it. Yay. Since there's a cluster. There you go. We're going to fix all that shit. Alright. Now, everyone in chat, say hi. You let me know. Alright. Everyone's in here. Okay. Sorry for that, folks. I do apologize ahead of time, and thank you for the follow. We had the Wolf that followed us. Thank you so much. All right, now we're back. Welcome, everybody. Oh, boy. We'll fix this, of course. Hey, yo, get him, Jones. What's up? Okay, so we were talking about the Women's Evolution. We talked about the shitty match between B-Team and the Leaders of the World. And then we went into the Sasha Banks barely wasted storyline. Now we go on to the next thing, okay? And, of course, I'll delete this shit out. And that's the Braun Strowman promo. Now, given to... I'll just ask you right away, D-Shep. What'd you think of the story? What'd you think of the promo?
From Braun Strowman's point of view, I think they're absolutely destroying every bit of momentum he had. But from Kevin Owens' point of view, he knocked it out of the park.
All right. And you, Mad Griff. Take over real quick. I got to do something real quick.
Yeah, and I'm going to go right in line with D-Shep on this. They built Braun up to be this great character, and all of a sudden, the last couple pay-per-views, it's like they just want to tear him down. Kevin Owens, on the other hand, we were complaining that he's not getting any kind of push, and all of a sudden, we're going to decide to ruin one guy to put Kevin Owens over. Doesn't make sense to me, but hey, props to him for doing that.
You would have thought they would have been able to find a way to make both of the guys still come across as strong, and right now it's a one-sided feud again now, except it went the other way now, and it's just awkward.
Right, and I get what they were doing, the Extreme Rules. That's kind of the direction they were going. They were still wanting to make Braun look strong and put Kevin Owens over, but then you just totally shit the bed doing this whole setup here.
And Strowman was finally starting to get some momentum with his promo work. He was finally gaining some momentum, and now you just washed that all away from the last month or so. Yeah, there's that ugly ass ass, honey.
Yeah, there you go. Don't be hating.
Yeah. He found that at a dumpster. He went dumpster diving.
First of all, F you. I like my hat. I like my hat, Shep. You don't have to embarrass me in front of everyone. Fine. I'll take the hat off, okay? All right. All right, so now, can I give you my theory about what's going to happen here?
Yeah, why not?
Kevin Owens is walking out with the title at SummerSlam.
I can see that happening.
I hope so.
And I'll tell you who's going to be the guy that helps him. Dean Ambrose.
You're with me on this whole Dean turning heel when he comes back, though, aren't you?
Yes, and that's when they're going to do it. Because here's my thing. If you're going to give a title that's been damaged by Brock Lesnar, he's never been around, people were upset, so you're going to give it... Everyone thinks it's an incredible work, though, that, they're going to get the fans so frustrated that if Roman Reigns wins the title, they'll be okay with it. They will accept it. The title's back on TV. No, they won't.
The crowd will pop as soon as Kevin Owens comes out to cash it in.
Exactly. And the fact that they preface that if he loses in any way, DQ anything, which makes me believe that he's going to win that match and he's walking out, but he would have help. Something tells me he'll have help. And Kevin Owens is walking out with that title, which is funny because that is 2 years, almost 2 years to the day when he won it the first time on Monday Night Raw.
So I guess the next part of that is then if you see Dean kind of sort of helping him win, who's going to help him win as far as the Strowman match is concerned, though? Because obviously there's going to have to get somebody involved there.
Could you see him pulling off of Eddie Guerrero?
Possibly, yeah.
Because he is like that. He is like the heel. I mean, he's a perfect heel. But my thing is like, can he pull some
night off as a heel and go face by the end of the show?
Oh, he'll be. They'll get a pop, but
I don't know if he beats Roman. I'd struggle to say that's a face turn. Damn near.
to the eyes of the actual, the normal wrestling fan. But at the end of the day, he's still a heel.
Yeah, I guess. But it could be the slow, maybe the slow tweener. He could be the new tweener.
Yeah. Okay. That's just, I see that. That's how I'm seeing it. I don't know if anyone else in chat is seeing it that way. But I see Ambrose helping him. And whether if it's just the screw over Roman or the possibility, because Kevin Owens always had a second guy with him. First guy was Jericho. Second guy is Sami Zayn. It's an unlikely duo, but I could see somehow, some way it working out that you would have Ambrose and Owens together. And and that's how you could probably still keep them heel too. All right. Any thoughts on that, Magriff? I don't know if you feel the same way.
I'm just trying to see how it would work. I like the idea. I do see Kevin Owens very well potentially walking out of SummerSlam with the title. I could see that completely. But I'm really intrigued by this Dean Ambrose turn. That would be something cool to hear. I thought he was still a little ways away from returning, though, so that's the only hiccup I'm having.
Yeah, people told me the same thing about Randy Orton when I called Randy Orton returning too, and you just never know what they don't always put all the information out there like they used to.
And I'm sure they'll find some way to connect it to something Roman did to him. Like,
absolutely.
They'll find a way to do it if they're going to do that. That's just how I'm seeing it. Because I thought the night at Cincinnati that he would make his return there in his hometown. He didn't do that. So the next best thing is you're going to choose the biggest show of the summer, SummerSlam. And that is the next pay-per-view. And they've been hinting about a return for a while. And what better way than to screw over the guy that you're supposedly friends with? And you could start a program with them too, and then you could start a program with him and Braun Strowman with the title. There's a reason why they're keeping that going on too, more than just the briefcase. I guarantee you there might be a title for like Strowman chasing him for the title. And here's the thing: if you get Dean to be the heel, that's just another thing to try to get Roman as the face.
Yeah, and it's still not going to work.
I know, but it's another attempt. But a lot of people feel that it's just they pissed the fans off about what they did with Brock Lesnar, that Reigns is going to walk out with a title and everything will be good. That's what they think it is going to be, that they think that the fans are going to accept it finally after, what, 2 years, 3 years of it?
Now, if Dean does turn on Roman,
okay,
could it be official that Dean is the new version of Stone Cold? Period. You got the whole lunatic aspect. The crowd is going to go ape shit if he just goes out there and clocks Roman, costs him oh my lord. He'll get a bigger pop than Kevin Owens will. It'll be the biggest pop. He could be the closest. You'll never get another Stone Cold. I realize that.
No, you never. That's a lightning in the bottle.
But he'll be like Kobe Bryant to Michael Jordan. He'll be as close as you're going to get.
Okay, all right.
Well,
again, we got a few weeks away from that, so I guess we'll see.
I actually really like that comparison. It makes total sense.
Yeah, it does. All right.
Yeah,
well,
we hitting on all cylinders right now. Let's go.
All right. Well, let's go along with the show. Then you got Balor McIntyre.
Oh dear God.
What the fuck? What the fuck, man? Again, Finn Balor's a great talent. Don't get me wrong. He's a great talent. But what does he have to do with McIntyre? I know what they're trying to do is like, put him in different matches. I understand that. But him? Who else would be better than Rollins?
Nobody.
No, I mean, it's like anyone that's close to Rollins that they could somehow connect the dots to that tag team match that happened afterwards. Maybe Roman, because they're good friends, you know? I'm just saying.
Well, Roman did interact with a save on a beatdown once with Ziggler and McIntyre.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I think that would have been a better match than Balor and McIntyre, because here's the thing. Balor's in a feud with freaking Corbin. And I know that's the feud that they're trying to. Oh, I'm going to put your match with McIntyre. But if you take that little storyline away, how does that go together?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because he's getting zero fucking pop in the feud with Corbin, and the only way Finn Balor can get a pop nowadays is you throw him in a random goddamn fucking tag team match. It's the only way he gets a pop. Every time he goes out there solely Finn Balor by himself, he gets a dead reaction now. He's a dead character, waste of airtime. I'd rather see James Ellsworth out there.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
Wow.
No,
There's
it's
a
a
hot
waste.
take of
No,
the night.
seriously, the
Yeah.
only time he ever gets a pop is if he's in a tag team match with somebody. And generally speaking, it's a single match first that involves into a tag team match after he gets beat down and some random guy saves him. Like one week it was Strowman, hey, my little buddy Finn, and then we're gonna go have a little tag team match. No. The dead character, get him the fuck off the TV. You want to talk a guy like sending Bobby Roode back down to NXT? You see why Finn Balor? He should have started in NXT.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny that you say that.
Or stayed longer, my bad.
It's funny that you said that because Tyler Breeze has been seen on the NXT house shows that they've been doing. Isn't that a little hint that they might actually be a third brand after all?
I don't know.
I see it coming.
I see it. Yeah.
I think Finn Balor's dead in the water.
I know, but I'm talking about. But the fact that Tyler Breeze went back down to NXT and doing shows for them only means one thing. I think it's a step closer to they're actually going to be a third brand. And I always said it takes that one guy to go back down for it to happen, and you just got it.
Tyler Breeze is dead.
But he was big in NXT. Comes up to the main roster, and they killed him.
I didn't think he was that big in NXT, but
He got to go.
Finn Balor might be that guy to open that door, though.
Yeah, that could be it too. It would take a guy like that to do it. They have Newton Breeze.
Whenever you do bring Kenny Omega in, we all agree that's just a matter of time, right? Whether it's 6 months, a year, when it's gonna happen.
Well, Kenny Omega's contract is up with the Young Bucks November 1st.
Well, what I'm saying is, why not bring all them guys, including Finn Balor, down there at the same time and do the Bullet Club? Period. Let's finally make it happen. Get the Young Bucks too, because they've been talking to the Young Bucks too. Get Young Bucks, get Kenny Omega, Finn Balor, the four of them.
You know what?
It's the only chance that Finn had. I'm talking from Finn's point of view. I'm not talking overall. What's the best thing we all want to see? I'm just saying, for Finn Balor, that would be the best case scenario.
Is that correct to get him? Jones said Lucha Dragons went back to NXT before returning to main roster also. So, okay, well, yeah. Again, it's going to take the big guy to make that a third brand is what I'm saying. And you're starting to see that little bit more and more. And I hope it happens soon. And honestly, if Finn wants to go anywhere, he's got to do what Brian's going to have to do in September. Just leave at this point.
Yeah.
Because unless if they do the third brand with NXT, I hate to say it, they're just not really doing anything with him. It's only hurting him. It's hurting his stock, so he has nothing to. He'll go back to like a Ring of Honor or New Japan and be fine, but I don't know. Yeah. As far as his,
they can't hurt his stock any more than they already have. His stock's already rock bottom.
Yeah. All right, you're right there. All right, so we're gonna move along. We went from. It was a good match, despite the fact that it was more on the McIntyre side than Balor. McIntyre really shined on the solo match. Then you got the tag match between Finn Balor, Rollins, Ziggler, McIntyre. What did you think of the tag team match? Was that at least better in your opinion? We'll go with the.
It made up for it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Magriff?
It
never mind.
Much for me.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's my fault. I thought you were done. That's my bad. It's a clusterfuck tonight. Sorry. Magriff. Yep. Magriff, what did you think of the match?
It was a decent match. It's not anything to go right home about, anything like that. The one thing I will say is McIntyre week after week, the guy just shows out
Damn right.
and impresses me more and more. The guy needs to be pushed up the ladder faster than I would think all of us anticipated he should be.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, it was a good match. It saved the show to some extent.
Oh, definitely. It was a great match. McIntyre going to be in the title picture soon. I think he's going to go for IC title. He's already had that before, so I think he's going to get the green light to go into the world title scene pretty soon. Did you, despite the tag team match, obviously we all are in agreement that was a waste of a match between Balor and McIntyre. They should have just did the tag match. I just don't know why they keep doing this freaking, it's a singles match and it turns into a tag team. They do it every fucking week. Do something different.
Long. Holla, holla, holla.
Holla, holla, holla. All right, so then we go from that.
Can I slide something in about a Balor's situation there?
Yeah, sure, go.
Do you think they might have been throwing him in there because they're gonna push McIntyre and Rollins up to the world title scene, and they're trying to build somebody to be credible to go against Ziggler?
Good point. Actually, you know what? I didn't think about.
Yeah,
that's a very good point. You're going to need some, because if you want to keep the title relevant still, and I mean, look what they've done. I have to say they've done incredible work with the Intercontinental title, bringing it back to its former glory of like the days of Macho Man holding the title, because it really lost its luster, I guess you would say.
Yeah, that guy sure is fucking gonna be Bobby Roode, I'll tell you that. So
yeah.
Ben Balor, I would at least say, has a little bit of a better shot at a respectable feud.
Yeah,
I like that.
And really that's the only person. If you push Rollins and McIntyre up the line, who else is going to take on Ziggler? In all honesty, I mean, you brought up Roode, no chance of that one.
Yeah, he's too damaged, but they could probably do something to turn it around.
Bobby Lashley.
Nah,
Lashley maybe.
He's world title.
Well, no, I understand it, but what I'm talking about just as a one-off, what's Lashley gonna? I mean, that could be a separate subject for another day, but what's Lashley's SummerSlam looking like? I know we'll get to that kind of in a minute, but
I don't know. It is unclear where they're going to go with it.
That one.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, here, how about we skip we'll get to it real quick. Ember Moon, Liv Morgan. Oh, another match by Moon won. Okay. It was a decent match, nothing to it. It was Yep, next. It was a filler. It was a filler. Thank you. I appreciate that. Going into the main event of Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. Winner goes to SummerSlam and faced the, I guess you call it champion, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I mean, to me, it wasn't so bad of a match. Lashley's impressing me more and more. I don't care what people say. He gets a bad rep, but dude, did he really shine in this match? Oh, at least on his side.
Well,
I felt.
Of course he shined in the match, because that area where his eyebrows used to be is all just this sweaty shine now.
So you're hating on Lashley's side too?
Well, I've been supporting. Lashley's been on top of my top 5 list the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
The man has he's damn near 35 years old with no eyebrows. You can't be doing that shit, man. It's not good.
Well, the gentleman pulls off the look better than anyone else, okay? So you're going to give the guy a bad rating because of a fucking no eyebrows. We're related. You're better than that.
When he had eyebrows.
Okay. All right, Matt Griff, what'd you think of this?
For a Lashley and Reigns match, it was a decent match.
It was.
It's exactly what you expect. Slam, powerhouse, get it off my TV. I'm tired of it. It's the same crap we watch.
Was going to be before the match.
Yeah, but you're going to literally get that at SummerSlam too, if it's Reigns and.
That's my whole point. We're seeing the same thing over and over, whether it be Brock versus Reigns, Reigns versus Lashley. Notice there's a common denominator in both matches.
Yeah, it's on Raw.
I'm tired of it.
It's Raw. You're not seeing that shit on SmackDown. They're utilizing the roster better. What's up, Retro Fan? Welcome to the stream. Everyone, I guess, is not okay with the result of the match. I'm not. I was hoping Lashley got that push. As of right now, we're talking Raw, Retro Fan, and we're going to go into SmackDown. We're going to skip the one thing we're going to do, the promo time. We'll do that another time because of the because of the technical difficulties. Real quick, we're going to rate Raw 1 to 5. D Shep, what do you got? 1 to 5.
No more than a 1.
Wow. Okay.
Mainly,
good.
And the only reason is because of the main event being decent and the tag match being decent.
Yeah.
Other than that, complete shit fest.
Retro Fan gives it a 0. Nice. Okay. Griff. Go.
And I'm not going to go much higher, but a 1.5, and my basis is just going to be because of the historic announcement at the beginning of the show.
I think he's just trying to price is right your ass there, D-Shep. I think that's what he did with that. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not giving Monday Night Raw a glorified point for that because I already knew that was going to be the announcement before Raw. So
okay,
I'm not even counting it as a Raw announcement, so fuck that shit.
All right, well, here you go. You ready? I'm giving it a 1. With the historic announcement because they try to grandstand like they're the first promotion to do it. We got TNA that's done it and 2 indie women promotions that have done it. So the fact that they try to play it off like they're the first ones to do it, come on. No. You're fooling yourself. You're not the first one, but it is well-deserved. But still, the show was just awful. 1. And I hate to be negative. I like to be the positive guy here, okay? Roman added a new move, back elbow. Now he has 7 moves, get him, Joe says. You know what? One thing, get him, Jones, I will say. Because they said the same thing about The Rock. They said the same thing about Triple H. But one thing I've always said about, because I'm an old-school pro wrestling fan, the best stories are told with matches of fewer moves.
There's a difference, though. Those guys evolved over time. Roman's not evolving whatsoever.
It's because I think it's that, I hate to say for the folks that are millennials, but sorry, I'm going to, I'm going to generalize for a second, okay? It's the lazy mentality that Rise Promotion, that's it, Retro Fan, thank you. It's that he's expecting it. It's going to be given to him, he deserves it, and that's it. It's that mentality. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so we normally ask at the end of this before we go on to the SmackDown, is anything we can change? I think there's so much we can change. We'll get into it another time. We don't got enough time to bitch about that. So we're going to go on.
We need a 12-hour show for that.
Oh, definitely. Now we're going to go on to the SmackDown side. SmackDown. And right away, we go right to Randy Orton cutting a promo. Now, the one thing I've always said about Randy Orton, like, he could play the character well, but he wasn't too strong on the mic. But, man, did he prove me wrong Tuesday night. Delivering the promo of his career. Taking shots at the Bullet Club.
You could tell he's more comfortable doing heel promos than face promo.
Yes, definitely right. I mean, the shots he was taking, like he's like, oh, do I have to do this? That's too sweet, sign. Does he...
All this corny ass shit.
Do what the Young Bucks are doing with the super kicks. They look like the Rockers. Like, taking the shots at the indie promotions, Ring of Honor, Young Bucks, the Bullet Club. Dude, I loved it. He's like, you're not going to give me the respect. I'm just going to beat it. Take it out on everyone. I loved it. Matt Griff, what'd you think of the promo from Randy Orton to start the show?
Absolutely loved it. This is the character I've been wanting to see Randy be for so long, bringing real life into the show. He brought so much realism and passion into that promo.
Yeah, he did.
Phenomenal job by Randy Orton. Probably best promo of his career, and however long that's been, 15, 20 years. I mean, great job. Love it.
You know what? And that's the line. I actually forgot about that line. I wanted to keep that in my head. Get him, Jones said it perfectly. He reminded us, and he said it perfectly, Randy. He mentioned the Legend Killer, and he said that the fans are the true Legend Killers. Man, just like every line, he knocked it out of the park, dude. It was the best promo I've seen in years. And I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see where Randy goes from here, because obviously it isn't going to be Jeff Hardy, because Jeff Hardy's injured right now. I'm wondering who his first match is going to be, and I guess we'll find out, because we got 2 weeks away before SummerSlam. Any quick predictions who it might be? Anyone? Go with you, Magriff. You have anyone in mind?
I think it's going to be a kind of a build-up going through Hardy, Nakamura, and it's going to lead to AJ Styles. I mean, let's be real. He's talking about the indie guys. That's the number one indie guy, best wrestler in the
Bullet
world.
Club. Oh my God, that escaped my mind until you said all that. He pretty much did announce like the Bullet Club, indie promotion, bigger hall, knocking on Ring of Honor, knocking on New Japan, because he kind of threw like a New Japan jab too, didn't he? In that promo?
Yeah, he did. And matter of fact, with that, I'll even make another prediction. This may be what's leading to Kenny Omega hitting that November deadline. Maybe Randy Orton's the guy that he faces.
Wow, that would be a great match.
Straight to SmackDown.
God damn it, this is why I love SmackDown. Dude, my dick gets hard every Tuesday night for SmackDown.
Well, and how awesome would that be? You bring Kenny Omega straight into SmackDown, going to Fox. What a great setup.
Okay. I don't know if Magriff heard me there. I'm sorry.
I tried to go blow right past that.
Okay, I got a little rated R there. I'm sorry. That's my dry sense of humor. I'm sorry, folks. For the people that are young that heard that, I do apologize. Okay, so let's move along.
You gotta remember, he's related to the family in Kentucky, you know.
Yeah, sure.
But we're still related. So now you're already trying to distance yourself from me. Thank you. Some family you are, you fuck. Some family you are, you prick.
Right here.
All right, moving along. We go from a great promo to Rusev Day and Andrade Cien Almas. Dude, what the fuck? Go from a great promo to an incredible match. D-Shep, what'd you think of the match? Oh, I'm sorry. Retrofan did post this twice, so let me get this out there. He said that Randy promo should have been Roman's years ago. You know when that should have been? The night after he beat The Undertaker. There you go. All right, D-Shep,
Yes.
what did you think of that match?
I didn't see all this with Almas until these last couple weeks. Like,
Oh, he was injured. That was why.
no, but I didn't see that much of Almas with his initial call up. And then
Oh,
his
with the squash
MVP
matches.
days.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how talented this dude was.
Dude, he
And
is fucking
I've been
phenomenal.
Blown away. Absolutely blown away so far. Great match.
It was a great match. What do you think, Bagriff? Were you impressed by the showing? His showing?
I'm right in the same lines. Almost even when he was being dominant in NXT, I didn't see this kind of fire from him, and he made Rusev look a lot better than Rusev actually is. I know some people will take offense to that, but he made Rusev look like gold inside that ring. Probably a better job than AJ Styles did, making Rusev go over. So
You know what?
I'm a huge fan of Almas right now.
Oh, I am too. But you know what? Rusev really sold me because it's all about emotion with your storytelling. And at the moment of the match with AJ Styles, he really showed something that he'd never shown in the years. It's like his leg. They attacked the leg. Obviously, AJ had to because he was a smaller guy. The moment he started punching the hell out of his leg to get himself psyched up so he could finish the match, that sold me over with Rusev more. Because it was that emotion, I was sucked in right there with him. I was like in the moment with him. That's how I take those type of things. Like when AJ Styles, when he took that leap to the announcer's booth so he could get up. It was that desperation leap so he wouldn't get the 10 count. It's things like that I see, and I get sucked in as a fan, as a pro wrestling fan. But, yeah, I get what you're saying with Rusev. He did make him look really good, though. I think he was good, but he took him to another level. And, dude, you're just seeing the beginning of possibly a legendary career. Hopefully he's in here for a while, and hopefully he stays on SmackDown and doesn't go over to Raw. Real quick. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I can't wait And I'm probably higher on Nakamura than a lot of people, but I want to see those two guys go at it. I think that is just going to tear the roof off of the building.
Retro fan, good take. He says WWE was able to book themselves out of a corner with the finish of Rusev and Almas. They gave Almas the win while keeping Rusev strong. Yeah, that's what it is. You got to find a way, because you're not going to have DQs. You're not going to have these bullshit endings. You got to find a way to end the match and keep a certain guy strong. They kind of did that with Brock Lesnar. Good example. Brock Lesnar back when Rollins cashed in the Money in the Bank. You didn't hurt Brock because who did he pin to win the title? Roman Reigns. It's an example, of course, but real quick, I'm going to go with you on this one to start off, Magriff. How do you feel? Technically, this was a heel versus heel match, and they really don't go with that much, especially today. How do you feel about the two heels going against one another?
I love it. I wish they would do more of this because it's trying to push a heel up the ladder. You see face versus face all the time.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of the heel versus heel. Show me who the most dominant heel is. That's the guy I want to go see going against AJ for the title.
Exactly.
So I love it.
Okay. What about you, D-Shep?
I couldn't have said it any better. Completely agree with that.
Okay. I agree with you. But, okay. But here's the thing. Who's the head writer? Road Dogg. Road Dogg's influence, NWA. And who did a lot of heel versus heel matches? NWA.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I can't wait for Triple H to take over. Vince, go to start playing in that stupid bullshit league now, that football league. All right? God damn it. I'm sorry.
I'm excited for that, though.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, I'm actually excited for the league, but I'm also excited that Vince would be out of the picture and Triple H would take over. Okay, obviously none of you were shocked by the result. You guys were pretty good with the result. Are you okay with that result?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great.
All right. Retro fan says, well, let's be honest, Rusev is a tweener. Rusev really shined in this match with AJ Styles, so it brought a whole nother side of him. He did build that match with him, despite the fact that AJ Styles wasn't there for 2 weeks. I think he did a great job. You're going to see Rusev get better and better, and he is getting better and better. And finally, going on to this. Finally, your thoughts on the split with English? Does it even matter?
Bad idea.
Do you think it is?
Very horrible. I think it could potentially, looking back on this 3 months from now, it could be considered the first nail in the coffin of Rusev. As strong as he's been lately, and as much as I've loved the work lately, Lana is not going to give Rusev what Aiden English gave Rusev. There's just I can't imagine. It'll be hot maybe the first few weeks, but long term, I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see when that time comes, man. For all you know, it might be a short-term thing. They can bring him back. They have done it before. Retro fan in chat says, but will Triple H be willing to take risks with Raw and Smackdown as he does with NXT? I mean, NXT is a cult following as Raw and Smackdown are mainstream. SmackDown Live, he is taking risk because he does have his hands on that one too. But Road Dogg is the main writer, though. I mean, he kind of has a little bit of control of the SmackDown and has complete control of NXT. So, yeah, he is taking the risk. And as of right now, what's that?
Triple H is the one who gave SmackDown to Road Dogg also. Let's not act
it's Vince. Vince is the last call.
But who vouched for Road Dogg to do that?
Triple H.
It was Triple H's ideal, though. Let's be real.
But here's the thing. Like, you see the difference in the shows. Look how it's the same thing on Raw. To be honest with you, I watch it on Hulu where they condense it, and I look on the things for other stuff and catch videos of what happened and the things they cut out. That, to be honest, that's what I've been doing because it's the same crap. A lot of filler in between the start of the show and the main event. Most of the stuff is same crap.
Instead of the highlight of the week, it's the rematch of the week.
Yep, exactly. And again, I don't like to be the negative guy, but how can you not? But I agree, Vince needs to leave. Yeah, he's out of touch. You know what? Hold on a second. I just heard a bang. Hold on. Hello? Hold on.
This could be clip worthy.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I heard banging, guys.
You good?
Oh.
Possibly.
What's up?
No, we're going to McDonald's. You want anything?
No, I'm good.
She's going to drop her bag.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Oh, pretty good.
I love it like this. It's a cream.
Got visitors. Sorry. What were we talking about? I'm sorry. No, I'm good. I just ate.
Anybody else up?
No, they're all sleeping. All right. Where were we? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, I had the shit scared. Because I hear banging. I know I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even got my bat down here. So I had no way of defending. All right. Moving on. Samoa Joe or R-Truth?
R-Truth still has a job?
Yeah, apparently.
I thought he's like the new version of JTG from like 5-6 years ago. He shows up once or twice a year.
Well, he was injured. He had that shoulder injury back at the WrestleMania kickoff show. Either way, it was just to get him over. That was to get Samoa Joe over. It was a squash match. That's all it was. All right. But here's my question. And I'll start with you on this, Magriff. Do you feel they could have did something better to get Joe over for this title shot opportunity than 2 matches against Ty Dillinger and R-Truth?
They would have been better off putting him in some kind of promo versus fighting these 2 guys. But for sure, I mean, go against some real talent. Give us Nakamura versus Joe, or some, not necessarily Nakamura.
Yeah, you get someone to that caliber. I get what you're saying. Yeah,
give us something, or if you're going to get these 2 jobbers, essentially, is what those 2 are now. Make it a 2-on-1 handicap. Really show how dominant Samoa Joe is.
That's kind of what they did when they brought Hulk Hogan first time in to the WWF. Going on what I was saying before, that happened, and it kind of goes along with this is. They got to realize Vince is looking at it like it's 1996 again. If you could see that. They're stupid. Not as far as the gimmicks. They're doing that enhancement talent matches, too. Are people accepting that these days? Does that really do anything? Like, for a main show, like Superstars or whatever, the main event, those shows, I can see that happening. But a main show like SmackDown, do you think that's accepted today?
No.
Exactly.
No.
That's what I'm saying. They should have done
Unless,
something
like
better.
He said it's some kind of handicap match, then it's a little more acceptable.
I could see that. Yeah. If you're going to...
I'd rather see Samoa Joe against 2 local guys in a handicap match than a squash match against an irrelevant R-Truth.
Yeah, exactly. I liked him better as K Quick. All right, moving along. Asuka and Billie Kay. Yeah, decent match, I guess.
Yeah, Women's Evolution. Woo!
Asuka's a great talent, man. God damn it, are they fucking missing it? They're really... It ticks me off. That's the one thing I will say that SmackDown's screwing up is how... What's up, Great One? How they're screwing up Asuka.
Yeah, it's been bad ever since she moved to SmackDown.
Yeah, that's the only complaint I have with SmackDown.
Balor.
What's that?
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
You said a female Finn Balor?
Yep.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that
They're
totally.
killing her character.
Okay, well, obviously...
Apparently, everybody's ready for Asuka.
Dude, she should have been champion, but it seems like they're going with that Charlotte thing eventually. And I don't know.
Charlotte just needs to worry about her other boob not popping.
I think it's Asuka's time, and it should have been, in my opinion, it should have been even Nakamura's time too. But it seems like they're waiting on that for some reason. I don't know. Maybe someone certain.
Never left Raw.
I think there's some behind-the-scenes stuff with Nakamura.
What, that prevented him from winning the title?
Yeah, I've heard some rumors about a contract issue, and then...
Oh, yeah, they don't think he's going to resign. They think they're going to lose him.
There's been a few arguments, from what I've heard, of trying to keep him satisfied. So I don't think they're wanting to make him the face of SmackDown because of all those pending issues.
Asuka headed in the right direction until Ronda showed up and they moved her to Smack. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I believe Asuka is one of Vince's pet projects. It could be, but it's a slow build if they're doing it. I'm glad they got rid of Ellsworth. We'll get to that point. My theme with the Asuka, like, Nakamura. I'm sorry, that was the point we're getting. Nakamura. Yeah, I understand. He might go back. But what is that saying, though? Like, why are people willing to freaking leave WWE at this point? I'll tell you why, because Cody. Cody showed people there is life outside of WWE. And I think CM Punk is really bitter these days about wrestling because it should have been him that did that back in 2014. But instead, he went to the UFC, and a man named Cody Rhodes that was upset about his little shtick with the fucking Stardust, was not happy about it, decided to part ways with the company. It was a mutual thing. They were okay. It was on good terms. Goes off to Ring of Honor, and look where he's at today. And I think other wrestlers are willing to try that today. In my opinion, I even said this on my Ride Along show this week, I hope Daniel Bryan doesn't resign. I hope he goes off to New Japan and Ring of Honor. The pro wrestling fan in me wants to see that happen. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I would love to see Daniel Bryan outside again. Because they're not doing anything.
Well, and the timing of that would be perfect. Because if Daniel Bryan does go that route, mark this in stone, you will not see Kenny Omega and Young Bucks at WWE then.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's going to happen. Everyone thinks it's going to happen, but I think it will come down to what happens with Nakamura and what happens with Daniel Bryan, because both of their contracts are coming up pretty soon. Okay, so moving along, we talked about that. Blah, blah, blah. Then they go on to the promo. Well, they pretty much announced AJ Styles will be facing Samoa Joe for SummerSlam. Ladies and gentlemen, have we been given a gift?
Absolutely.
Yes, but not in the right way. Not in the right way.
The build, dude, we still got 2 weeks. There might be a great build. You could do a lot in 2 weeks.
I just
get ready
feel
for
like
this.
I'm trying to think exactly. So Samoa Joe earned a title shot by beating up Ty Dillinger twice and R-Truth once.
Yeah. Well, again,
that part, I get the feud's going to be great. I'm not saying it's not.
you wanted a better build that led to the title shot.
He didn't necessarily earn the title
Yeah,
shot.
I get what you're saying.
We all wanted him to get the title shot, I think. I think that was pretty much unanimous.
Well, he should have had it back on Raw. So that's probably what
I
they're...
just felt uncomfortable with the way they did this.
You know, I don't know. Part of me thinks that he's going to drop the... There might be an audible being called because they don't know what's going on with Bryan. To me, I read it going back a month ago that AJ Styles is going to hold the title of the Royal Rumble, dropping it to The Miz. Bryan wins the title, wins the Royal Rumble, chases the title at WrestleMania to face The Miz. And you got your Miz and you got Daniel Bryan. You got your match that everyone's been wanting. But it seems to me, because it's still uncertain whether Bryan's going to sign or not, that they're going to rush the Miz and Bryan match. And now, I don't know if AJ's going to have the title after SummerSlam. I'm actually up in the air at this point. Could it be possible that he could actually lose the title? And they could just say, fuck the record. You know what? Brock Lesnar has that record. Because it seems to me that we're going to hold it until Rumble.
I think they're going to allow AJ to take the record. But if there was a chance for them to move on from that, this is it. It's Samoa Joe. We've seen too much history between these guys in the past. This is the right time to let it go. But I'm completely with D-Shep. How do you prove that he deserved a title shot? I mean, you face jobbers.
Yeah.
You don't deserve that title shot. Unless they're just going off of what he did against Roman Reigns a few pay-per-views ago. I mean, that was a great performance there.
Well, here's the thing. They're kind of going with that 30 years ago type of route. Because you didn't really have that back in the day where they would have all these shows where they get, number one contenders, blah, blah, blah. No, Ultimate Warrior got a chance at the title, blah, blah, blah. There was no build to it. It just happened, and then they told a story from there. And it seems like they kind of went with that. To me, it is a little lazy how they did this. But again, we got 2 weeks. We don't know what they're going to do from here.
To me, it sounds like the universe kind of got in Road Dogg's head here. I think it got pushed faster than they had initially intended.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah, you're right there, actually.
Like to jump in AJ from behind, that could have been done after Samoa Joe earned the match, and he could have did that this coming week on SmackDown. It didn't have to be the way they did it, is all that I'm saying.
And you know what? That's a good point that Get him Jones said. Before the jobber matches, where was the last time Joe won a match? I don't know. It's been a while besides the jobber. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just like D-Shep saying, what if we had Joe against, say, like I said earlier, Nakamura? He beats Nakamura, all of a sudden, okay, that's the guy that's been after AJ.
Even.
Yeah, Rusev would have been a good one, too. Somebody that's been relevant in the title scene here recently. Take a win over them, and then do the attack next week to build leading up to the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I would love to see how they go with this. Real quick, I'm sorry. I saw something in chat that I wanted to... Retro fan says for us, don't get your balls all sweaty, but look what they did with the dream match with AJ and Nakamura. My bet is that they would...
The balls all sweaty. We just don't like how the feud is kicking off.
Yeah, but he says that they might ruin it.
Don't have a potential of a great feud like AJ Nakamura. It's gonna be a great feud, but the start is horseshit.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what they do.
If that's what makes my balls sweaty, then yeah, my balls are a little sweaty.
No, I think he's saying like they didn't. It didn't live up to its hype as far as with AJ Nakamura, and then you got. The only thing the same will happen with AJ. He thinks the same thing would happen with AJ and Joe. Because they are kind of limited in a way, as opposed to like Ring of Honor, TNA, or even New Japan. I mean, it's a tighter leash that they don't give them a lot of leeway. I mean, it's got to go with the script and that's it. But I thought the Nakamura matches were good. There was the one on SmackDown. The one on SmackDown was okay. The Last Man Standing was good. I felt the match. What was it? Backlash, the rematch. I felt that match was good.
Yeah, but I see where he's coming from because we all were so excited to see that match leading up to WrestleMania. And honestly, to me, WrestleMania was a letdown. I mean, it was just a shell of what it could have been. And I can see his point. It is a fear of mine that the same thing happens with Styles and Joe.
I guess we'll find out, right? At SummerSlam. That's why I do watch other promotions.
Right.
Yeah, I watch New Japan. I watch Ring of Honor. Big Ring of Honor fan. And actually have taken a liking to Impact again. Especially after the Slammiversary pay-per-view last week. Very good show.
What a job Ring of Honor and New Japan are doing right now.
Dude.
Hats off to them. They're phenomenal.
Yes. The thing that they did for April is astounding. The fact that they got MSG on WrestleMania weekend. Dude, that is huge for the promotion. For both promotions. For the Western expansion for New Japan and for Ring of Honor. It's a big thing, and especially if it's successful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving along, we're going to... Okay, well, oh, there we go. All right, I lost my place. Ellsworth got fired. Yeah, who cares? Becky Lynch and Carmella. What did you think of the match? I mean,
well, anytime you can get Becky Lynch out there, I'm A+ okay with that. But yeah, I'm good with it. Nice to see a new face in the title mix.
Damn right, and well, she was the first SmackDown Women's Champion, so it's about time she's back in the mix. Very good match with Carmella. Actually, I'm excited a little bit for the match at SummerSlam, at least from my end. What about you, Matt Griff? What do you think of the match, and are you excited for the upcoming match at SummerSlam?
I actually really like the match. I mean, Becky Lynch is Becky Lynch. We know she's going to come out. She's going to perform.
Yep.
We know that.
Incredible talent. Yep.
Carmella really impressed me in this match. she's let us down so many times, but she really showed out in this match, put on a good show. Becky Lynch gets a win. I think it's going to be a great pay-per-view for both of them, and hopefully Becky Lynch walking out as champ.
Yeah, Becky Lynch does deserve it, but Get 'em Jones, yeah, I agree with you. Carmella is improving big time, and she told us didn't have to have the title to improve more. I mean, as a heel, she's knocking it out of the park. Because how she goes after people on social media, how she trolls the people she's facing on social media. She's the female version of Tommaso Ciampa, and there's no one better at it than Tommaso Ciampa as far as being a heel, and especially taking it to social media. Dude, I follow him. He does a great job. And the female version is Carmella. I see it.
And I love that comparison. You heard me sing Ciampa's praises Thursday.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's a great comparison because she is phenomenal outside of the ring at building that character. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And give her time, man. She's going to be a top girl. I can't wait to see it happen, too. And we're getting to see the build of it. I'm actually happy for this match. Can't wait to see it. There you go. First time I said that on the show. All right. Moving along. Sanity versus New Day. Of course, that's the tag team tournament that they're doing to determine the number one contenders for the upcoming SmackDown tag team titles at SummerSlam. First match, New Day, Sanity. I'll go with you, D-Shep, because you made a face there. What'd you think of the match, buddy? He's putting his head down, folks.
I don't know if I have anything positive. Yeah, okay, yeah, technically it was a good wrestling match. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Sanity, they've killed from the very beginning, and I am so over the New Day. There was no winner in this match for me, but if we're talking just wrestling, it was a decent wrestling match, sure, but not excited about either team anymore. Sorry.
What did you think, Matt Griffey? Do you think it was a good match?
I'm right on the same lines with him. It was a good match. Don't get me wrong. The two teams definitely have some chemistry inside the ring.
They do.
But nobody won out of that match except for after the match.
Yeah. How can I say? I'm with you guys.
Find the positivity words here.
I'm trying to find a positive. Fine. You know what? Fuck it. I give up. I'm not finding a positive. Would you be happy with them two facing off at SummerSlam? How about that? Or do you think they're going to continue the rivalry over to that and be another kickoff show or possibly start of the show match?
Oh,
hope not.
They should kill it. I don't want to see it. Maybe it's a kickoff type show, but yeah, let's move on.
Oh, okay.
Give me the bar. Give me the bar against Sanity.
The bar, man. I like the bar.
Eric Young is better than this.
He should be a solo guy. But
I feel so bad for him. Like, you'd be better off at this point throwing Eric Young with the Bludgeon Brothers. Be another Bludgeon Brother, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, it seems like they're taking this approach of this three-man factions. You got Undisputed Era, you got Sanity, you got New Day. It seems like they're taking this approach with three-man factions, in which I've been wondering if they're going to eventually...
Ship sailed 3-4 years ago, man. That ship's gone. Like,
I don't know.
You're not getting another Shield, so get the fuck
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm thinking maybe they're going to try to tap into the 6-man tag thing like Ring of Honor. I don't know.
No.
You don't think they will? No? Okay. All right. Do I want it? Probably not, but I'm just saying. I don't know. When you see all these three-man factions, that's the only conclusion I can come up with, because not one of them is becoming a 4-man. Like, they technically have a fourth one with Undisputed Era, but really it's 3. Because the moment Bobby Fish comes back, you know Roderick Strong's out there. They're going to do something to turn on him and then kick him out, and it'll be back to 3. Because it's New Day, Sanity, Undisputed Era. It's all these three-man factions.
Wyatt family was 3. Shield was 3.
See what I mean?
No.
I don't know. That's how I'm seeing it that way. No, you could disagree, of course, but I don't know. For some reason, I just find it funny they're doing all these three-man factions, and are they tapping into a market that Ring of Honor already did, and that's the 6-man tag? And again, you don't have to. Yeah, even 205 Live has 2 3-man factions. Yeah, see?
So then you're going to give me something else to complain about on SmackDown besides Asuka. Yeah, I'm out.
Okay, yeah, I know, but for the most part, I don't think we could complain as much about SmackDown as we do on Raw.
Oh no, they can take all the 6-man tag over to Raw. That's fine. They're not going to make
I'm saying
any worse than it is.
Well, I'm saying is we do complain about Asuka, but what else do we really complain about with as far as the SmackDown product? I think they're doing a lot better than the Raw product at this point.
Oh, definitely.
No, I agree. I'm just saying.
So let's not take any steps back then.
Okay, okay. Well, we'll see where they go with that. But
like having a guy earn a title shot beating 3 jobbers 3 weeks in a row. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm moving along to the main event.
You know what?
I got what you're saying.
For all that flack that the Universal title gets all the fucking time, now we got a guy beating 3 jobbers get the fucking title shot. What's that say about the WWE title?
The same way that you know what? Yeah, you're right, because Roman Reigns don't deserve it, but gets shot after shot. Okay, make a good point, my newly discovered family member. Okay, we're gonna go to the main event of the evening, Miz TV. I have to say, this one seemed kind of flat for me. It just seemed like it was an infomercial for the fucking show that was going to premiere right after SmackDown. Did you guys feel the same way?
I did. Yeah, it was one of his weaker sects. You're going to have a bad day. And
oh, yeah. I'm just...
It was kind of flat, yeah.
But I have a problem with the time of the show. Now, I know you two don't like 205 Live. I'm a fan of it. But you're taking eyes away from 205 Live. I know you can watch that at any time.
Even my wife laughed in the background when you said that.
The only eyes they're taking away from 205 are yours. You're the only one tuning in.
It is a great show.
All right, get the pills back out. Oh, dear Lord.
You know what? I feel outnumbered this week because usually my tag team partner is somewhere doing whatever. He was in the shower, said he was going to pop back in, and never did. So I would have had a guy that's...
that gives you the excuse to talk about 205 Live?
I think it's a good show. See, Retrofan, you know what, Retrofan? Guess what? I'm putting you...
You know what?
Send me your information. You're going to join us on Skype.
Test at your job? Because, my friend, your job needs to give you a drug test.
What are you talking about? I'm just chilling. See, even a great one agrees. You don't know what you're missing with 205 Live. I became a mark 2 weeks ago. Been a fan ever since.
2 weeks!
Okay.
2 weeks!
Oh, I was kidding, Retro Fan.
You know what? You say 2 weeks you became a fan, right? Well,
yeah.
Samoa Joe had 3 weeks of jobbers, and he got a fucking title shot. So another week of being a 205.
How the hell would they? How are they related in any way? Besides, you and I are related now.
Yeah.
How?
We both brought shame upon our family name now.
Yeah, we're both ugly bastards, but it's okay. We both somehow landed a woman, so that's good for us. You know.
Yeah.
There you go.
True.
There's positives. There's positives to everything.
Kentucky, so they're not our cousins. So.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, good God. Here we go.
For anyone from the South, I do apologize for his remarks. Please do not tune out because of this man. This really went off the rails from the start, but it's really... let's get back on track, okay? guy, the kayfabe. Retro Van's going after you. Hey, Luke. Holy shit. Go back to... yeah, TJ Perkins is a good one. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fucking tearing up. That was a pretty good line. And D-Shep's pissed. I can tell.
I'm not able to see the chat, so I'm missing that one.
I'll say. I'll say right now, the guy with the John Cena haircut. I think kayfabe has SmackDown Live management or trying to give the WWE champion with Joe. So, all right. Let's get back on track. All right. What would you rate SmackDown, D-Shep? 1 to 5. Oh, shit.
3.5. Mainly, it would have been a 4 had it not been for a lackluster Miz TV. Then it would have been a 4. But I'll give it 3.5.
All right. What about you, Matt Griff?
I'm going to go 3.5. I was all right with the Miz side of it. It did fall a little bit flat, but I was okay with it. The Asuka stuff is what kills me.
Well,
So
yeah.
3.5 based off that.
We all agree. That's what I went with. But you know what? The Miz TV probably, I think it would have been better. I think it was just a placement of where it was. If it was a beginning show like it normally is, it probably would have been a lot better. But I understand why they made it the main event because it was leading into their show. But we didn't. We kind of.
Here's the deal with Miz, though.
Yeah.
Even when he falls flat, is he still not better than 90% of them on the
Oh
mic?
yeah, definitely.
I mean, we've set the bar so high for him that when he just slips up a little bit, we're gonna call him out on it.
Yeah. Oh, Retrofan's getting. Oh man, there's something going on between Retrofan and D-Shep right now. There's some heat.
Well, he's saying I'm a Bobby Roode look-alike.
Well, you know what? Bobby Roode's a
glorious.
good-looking man, so you know that's a
And
compliment.
he's glorious. So
Yeah. All right. Take that as a compliment.
Yeah, take another shot at it while you're at it.
All right, we're gonna move along, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the list. The list is the segment that we do, which is our version of the power rankings, 5 to 1. We're gonna start this week with Magriff. Did you do your homework?
If I can find it, I had it all written down.
Oh, okay. Well, how about this? We'll go with D-Shep, so we'll give you time to look. Go ahead.
Take a commercial break.
No.
All right. No, I got this one was hard for me because I didn't want to put Becky Lynch in there, but I got on this at 5 just because the last 2 weeks has been absolutely phenomenal. Seth Rollins at 4 mainly because he's still the GOAT on Raw. I mean, not much this week, but he's still the number 1 attraction on Raw. Besides McIntyre at 3. Little slightly of a step back for him this week. Everybody takes a step back on fucking Raw, though. Samoa Joe, I guess he beat 3 jobbers. He got a title shot, so fuck it. He's number 2 on my list. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it, really.
All right.
And then Randy Orton with that fucking promo is my number 1 because I've been waiting for, like everybody else, this Randy Orton for years. So I'm good.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Magriff, what do you got?
All right, at number 5, I've got Samoa Joe coming in. Same concept. I mean, he's getting title shot, so I'm going to throw him in.
Okay.
At number 4, I got Drew McIntyre. The guy just continues to impress me week after week. Phenomenal job.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Almas.
Okay.
Just tearing it up. Really impressed by him. Number 2, Becky Lynch.
What's that?
Finally getting her shot, moving
Oh,
up,
you didn't have to. It's all good.
hopefully coming after that title.
It's all good. You can eat upstairs.
And
if you want.
number one, I'm right there with D-Shep. Randy Orton coming out, killing the promo. Congrats is the character I've been waiting to see again.
Okay. Nice. Now my list, I changed it up actually since I initially wrote it. Only difference is number 5 this week is Samoa Joe getting a shot at the title. I know how the build was awful, but the fact that he got a shot, you got to put him on the list. I put him in number 5. Number 4, Randy Orton delivering the promo of his life, his career. Did a great job, knocked it out of the park. But there are 3 people that are more deserving to be in the 3 to 1 slot than him, so he gets number 4. Number 3, Cien Almas. Great match with Rusev. Gets the victory. dude, had a great match last week with AJ Styles despite the loss, and then shines like diamonds in this match with Rusev. Number 3 is Cien Almas. Number 2, Seth Rollins getting that pin over the Intercontinental Champion in that tag match. Him shining like diamonds as usual. You got to put him at number 2. And then number 1, the woman that gets the shot at the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam. For the first time ever, my list is going to have a woman at number 1. Becky Lynch is my number 1 this week. And that, my friends, is the list. Go ahead. What's up?
Can't argue with Becky Lynch being up there at 1. It's well deserved. She's earned to be there.
Yep, definitely. Now, I was thinking, you want to save the fantasy book until next week, since we had a late start.
That would work.
Yeah, because it is getting rather late.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. We do apologize.
As it is normally, but with the cold too, I'm really dragging.
Okay. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we are going to cut this off at this point. Next week, we will do a thing. I'll explain to you for the people that are coming in and not familiar. We're going to do a fantasy booking next week where we're going to pick 3 events which we chose in the Montreal Screwjob when Stone Cold turned on the WWF at Invasion and the third guy of the NWO. We're going to book it to the way we wanted to if we were the bookers at that time. You could join along with us and chat too as we discuss it. That we will do next week as we will cover Raw and SmackDown as well. Sorry for the technical difficulties in the match in the show. It was a clusterfuck, but we got through it. All right, so for people that popped in and we saw that we had a couple new followers, thank you so much. You can follow us on Twitter at MacGriff86. I'm wrestling _ girl. He's Shep 1979. And Underdog Fly. Yep. And Underdog Fly for the guy that was missing tonight. He'll be back next week. And sorry for the technical difficulties, all the issues tonight. But we got through it. We had a pretty good show. And we'll have a better one next week. Now we're gonna go off air, and these guys are gonna break my balls for the next hour, possibly. So,
hour.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna keep you up for a little bit longer, you old bastard.
You're a delusional son of a bitch.
Hey, my new family member. Come on. We gotta stick together. Okay.
That's close.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week, Saturday, 11 p.m. Also, we have the ride-along shows for me Monday through Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. They're about a 20 minutes to a half hour. We got Matt Griff doing his Griff XT, his review on the NXT show. He does that Thursday nights at 11, so make sure you tune in for that. And then you'll be back with us next Saturday at 11 p.m. with the guys, the Full Horsemen. As of right now, we're a triad, but next week the fourth guy will be back. Electrifying will be joining us, and the Full Horsemen will be back on the show. So, thank you so much. See you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye. And if Matt Griff could pull up his video camera, he would wave too, but he can't. So I'm going to do it for him. There you go. Later, everybody.